So today, August 22nd, Ask Neo, episode 11. First question comes in from Devante, I hope I pronounced your name right, and he asks, have you ever watched One Piece or read the manga? Well, obviously, in the last few DVD updates that I've done, yes, I have seen a good chunk of One Piece. I've been watching the series on and off for about 2 years now. The first time I actually saw the series in its entirety uncut by Funimation was around 2009. And then slowly as the months, even a year went on, I started collecting more and more. And it wasn't until now that I really started to get on the boat. I haven't really seen too much of the series. I'm only at episode like 215. Because I wanted to go by the English dub standards, you know, I wanted to watch it that way, and I didn't want to have to, like, legitimately watch it all in Japanese and then continue on, just because I like listening to the English dub of that series more than Japanese. But yes, I have seen One Piece. I don't really read the manga too much because, well, I do have a good chunk of the manga in Shonen Jump, like, since December 2003 all the way up to, like, whatever the last issue I collected. I just can't be asked to, you know, take out each of the volumes and read up on the manga or something. But as far as the anime, yes, I've seen it and I do enjoy it greatly. The second question comes from Pearl Shipper Brett, and she asks, what are your thoughts on Harem series? Now, I'm pretty sure you're talking about, like, Harem anime series. For any guys who have never really heard what the genre is for Harem, Harem is usually, how it's portrayed a lot in the modern anime is a guy who's surrounded by a bunch of girls, and it's usually associated with, like, some sort of ecchi or, you know, perverted nature. Some examples of shows that are harems, Tenchi Muyo, Love Hina, Negima sort of, but I don't really call it harem because it's not like that. And then there are some shows that are reverse harems, like Fruits Basket and Fushigi Yugi. And generally, I have no problem with watching harems because most of the time they're pretty hilarious. And in the case of Tenchi Muyo is like, well, it is considered a harem. That show does not do much for harem. It's like, that's not its main goal. It doesn't rely on, you know, seeing a girl flaunt her chest every 5 seconds or seeing, like, you know, the boobs bounce. It has a pretty damn good story attached to whatever series you're watching. And there are just some harems out there that are just made for shits and giggles, you know. But generally, it's another great form of anime entertainment. Question number 3 comes from a good buddy of mine, Suitone629, and he asks, will you ever do an update video of your video games, anime, manga, etc., etc., etc.? Well, you see, the problem with that one, Suitone, is that I've always been considering doing an update, like, you know, showing, like, every single bit of the anime collection that I have, showing all of my manga or video games, but the problem is that I would get, like, new things every now and then, so then I would have to, like, going back and keep updating people on that. But I think it's about time, since college is starting, you know, I'm not going to be buying that much stuff. Maybe the occasional Blu-ray or video game once in the blue moon. I probably am going to do it for, like, the end of summer blowout. Just do, like, you know, all of my PS3 games, all of my Wii games, all of my manga, you know, and maybe all of my anime, because, you know, my anime collection has considerably grown in the past 2 years. So if you guys ever want to see, like, an updated anime collection or PS3, those are really the main 2 things that I've been working on, then message me below and I'll try to get on that ASAP. The jar of questions that Suitone asked me, this one I'm going to take particular interest in. Will Mega Man ever be in Marvel vs. Capcom 3? I don't know. I don't know. What the hell is going on at Capcom? What? Rocket Raccoon. They are going to add Rocket freaking Raccoon. And Hawkeye. Yet, the icon of their company, what brought them into the industry, what made them more popular than Street Fighter, Mega Man. They are not putting stupidity on a whole nother level. I can't comprehend it. Capcom does some retarded things, but Rocket Raccoon over Mega Man, if you fanboys defend it, I swear to God, you are cock-sucking drones. Jesus Christ. And I'm not being nice. I'm just being serious. You are like, oh, they want to get new characters. Yeah, fucking Raccoon. Next question comes from Josh6520, and he asks, how do you feel about the second reboot of Spyro called Spyro Skylander Adventures? Honestly, I have no interest in anything that is Spyro or Crash Bandicoot these days, just because of the main fact that after Insomniac and Naughty Dog sold the rights, Activision then proceeded to buttfuck some of the greatest icons in video gaming platforming history. I really don't know, like, you would think that, okay, it's fine, they're doing it for multi-platform so more people get into it, but just the games, the quality of them, they kept getting more shitty and shitty and shitty, and just, there's no hope for these series unless it gets back into the original hands of Insomniac or Naughty Dog, which I doubt they're going to do because, like I said, the rights are with Activision and they're more preoccupied with their new gaming series, you know, Uncharted, Resistance, and Insomniac has a multi-platform game called Overstrike that they're doing with EA, so, you know, it's just too much time, and I just get it out of the hands of Activision and at least we'll be safe. I mean, I'd rather have it with EA than Activision. And that's saying something. I would love to see another company pick up the license to the games and do a new series. I mean, it doesn't have to really be the original team, because there are, like, some companies that actually do justice, like Josh pointed out, Retro Games and Donkey Kong Country Returns, you know, they did justice to that series. So I would like it for, like, somebody out there who gives two craps about games to actually, you know, bring back those, because they are some of my favorite characters. This person has one of the coolest names out there. The next question comes from Twiddle My Diddles, and he asks, will you be picking up Naruto Shippuden Storm Generations? No, I'm not going to get that game. I talk about it a lot, but I'm just not going to get the game because I don't feel like getting the game because Naruto is the worst thing in existence. Like, seriously, man. Seriously, all you fantards out there. But in all seriousness, yes, I am going to be picking up Storm Generations when it comes out, spring 2012. But the thing about that is that I'm not really excited about the game. You know, it's just like my appeal for it kind of wore off, you know. It's just everything that they're coming out with, like all the information, it's like self-explanatory. Like, you would expect this to be announced. And it really doesn't look like a true sequel to Storm. I mean, people say, well, it's supposed to be like an in-between game that's going to tide us over till Storm 3. That is true, but again, you're supposed to have new things in that. They might as well just do it as, they could have done it as DLC. It was possible. They said they wanted to make this their own game, but it's just, it doesn't look that interesting to me. Honestly, like, I was going to pick it up day one, but now I'm debating on it. I know I'm going to get the game eventually, but it's just not really one of my main priorities of games that are coming out in 2012. Like, I think Mass Effect 3 comes out within the same time span as like spring 2012, and that's going to be like one of the main games I'm picking up on PC. So I'm getting the game, but probably not day one. Maybe week 1, week 2, but it just doesn't look that impressive to me. If you like the game, go ahead and play it. You know, I'm not persuading you to avoid buying it. I'm just saying, to me, in my opinion, it just looks like more of the same, really. The next question on the list comes from Multi-Real3, and he asks, who do you think will win in a fight? Kratos from God of War or Dante from Devil May Cry? Dante is a freaking wuss. I don't care what anybody says. Kratos all day, baby. And that's all I'm gonna say. Still cooler than you. Yes, that is true. He is still cooler than you. I know you may have grown up, you may have gotten new friends, you might have gotten that fresh cut, you might have gotten them fresh clothes, but he is still cooler than you. His question is, do you think Viz Media is really working on the English dub of Inuyasha, the final act? And to this question, I can say that yes, they are working on the dub of Final Act. It has been confirmed. I know that's not really the question you're asking, but that's what people are saying. They just want to know because people don't think it's coming out because it's taken an abnormally long time to dub it. But the series is being dubbed. The series is almost done, I believe it. I believe it was back in 2010 because a couple of the voice actors listed that they were doing something on their Twitter or on like some podcast that the series is being worked on. It's practically done. It's only a 26 episode series. It doesn't take too long. And I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I like Inuyasha. It's a pretty good anime over the fact that the anime is just flashbacks. Like, the majority of the anime, I'm sorry, is flashbacks. That is all that happens. Like, every episode, they're recapping it for noobs. How many times have we seen the same damn flashbacks? Okay, Oniguma being turned into the Raku. Moroku's wind tunnel. Kohaku killing Sango's family. Just the same damn flashbacks every single episode. Oh, I'm sorry, that's an over-exaggeration. Every other episode. That's just one of the things that killed Inuyasha for me. Just too many goddamn flashbacks. Don't make a series for noobs. Don't make a series for newcomers. Let them go back to the beginning. Let them backtrace them episodes. The final act is probably going to air this fall on Adult Swim. There are some rumors and speculations going around. I think it probably is going to, because Inuyasha was one of Adult Swim's highest rated, if not their highest rated show. I think it probably was the next to Fullmetal Alchemist and Cowboy Bebop, you know. So they would be foolish not to put it on. I mean, they're so butthurt that anime on a regular basis does better than their own shows, like their original content. They are so butthurt about that fact. Like, they really are, you guys. You guys do not know how butthurt they are. And they got their asses handed to them because they didn't want to air Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. They didn't want to air the series. Like, it was this close not to going on because they wanted to put on more of their original stuff. And that's fine, but the heads at Turner Broadcast are like, no, you're putting on that series. I don't care what you guys say. So the thing that they hated more than anything, they had to put on the air because they got told by the boys upstairs. That makes me as an anime fan real special inside that they were bent over and raped. Good feeling. Fuck you, Adult Swim. The final question of the night for Ask Neo episode 11 comes from Raigeki Corp, and he asked, will Viz Media ever release Naruto or Bleach on Blu-ray? And he also mentioned One Piece in here, but One Piece is Funimation, so I'll just throw that into the mix as well. Essentially, the top shonen series on Blu-ray. And to this I can answer, while there are some masters available for One Piece in HD, actually, where the English dub stopped is where the the series started broadcasting in high definition. So there are masters of One Piece and Naruto and Bleach available that they could do in HD because the series, like it is right now, is well, a lot of anime series these days are animated in HD, and I know One Piece in particular is. So if they wanted to, Funimation could put out the series on Blu-ray. What's stopping them? I think it's just due to the fact that they don't know how many people are going to buy it. Because, you know, the logic of a modern anime fan who doesn't buy anime is so retarded. Like, the reasons they use not to buy anime is, wow, that's funny. I just think it's, the main reason why is just because they are kind of skeptical on putting it out on Blu-ray because they don't know how many people will buy it because Blu-ray will be at a higher price tag, and that's just the main series. However, there is some good news on the horizon for something related to the Big 3 on Blu-ray, and Naruto Shippuden the movie 2 English dub is coming out both on DVD and Blu-ray, which I honestly didn't expect they were going to do. I mean, it's good enough we're getting the movie finally, but the fact it's also on Blu-ray, that's also great for all of us, you know, Blu-ray anime buffs. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So that's the end of Asking You episode 11, everybody. For the people whose questions weren't answered, I'll try to get you guys on the next video if your questions are within my powers of answering, and if they're kind of, you know, enjoyable to answer. So I want to thank you for watching this video. I'm GS signing out, and like always, I'll catch you guys later.